Yes, you are, Cynic. You are first. What's up, Cynic? How you doing? I had to. Excuse me, burp. I had to go grab some energy drink. I was falling asleep. But I don't want to fall asleep on stream. I'll leave that to you, Cynic. You are the master of sleep streams.
I've had it for years now, and it's fantastic. I fall asleep so fast, so nice, and I wake up feeling so much more rested than I used to. I used to wake up with back pains. I do not anymore. Helix offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Lux and Ultra Premium Elite collections, Helix Plus for big and tall sleepers, and the Helix Kids mattresses. Helix delivers your mattress right to your door with free shipping in the U.S. The mattress comes.
Are you still playing the Black Ops 6 beta?
Sleep trial, so you get more than 3
I take
months
my medicine too. Damn it!
your mattress, and their mattresses have a 10-year warranty. All that on top of the Helix financing options and flexible payment plans, a great night's sleep is never far away. Helix Sleep is offering new Rockstars viewers an exclusive discount this month, 27% off your mattress purchase. Use promo code HelixPartner27 to take advantage of this special offer and act fast. This discount ends after Labor Day. Check out the Helix site for more details.
So with specifically the actors who they get to play the Marvel characters are often not full-time Disney employees. Some of these characters, like the face characters, usually like Cinderella or Jasmine, Donald, Minnie, they're usually full-time employees. But these recent face characters that they've brought in.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yo!
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I think it's just helpful to keep that context.
And what's up? Thank you for the follow.
Also, only in the park for a limited time. So they'll kind of sunset some characters.
Sorry, I'm still eating dessert. Gathering my energy to fight a boss on Black Myth Wukong. But right now I'm just kind of watching YouTube right now, chilling.
I don't think he's there anymore.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Four Town is one of those people. I see Four Town on the parade right now, but
from,
they're not going to.
Turning Red.
A lot of Turning Red's not there all the time, but Turning Red is also one of the suit characters, not the mask character. She's always in the panda suit.
She's in the panda suit. But what's also weird about when it comes to these Pixar ones is
right now I'm eating blueberry cheesecake too.
Hi, Og_Big Pack.
They are not. They are in costume.
Yeah, they do that for some of them though, and it makes me annoyed. They do it for Moana too. Or not Moana, but the big muscular guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you could have got people to play these two people, or maybe it's because you can't get. Most of the people that are at Disney playing these characters are adults. Nothing wrong with that, but it'd be hard to get an adult to look like Luca because that's a little boy.
There's just some interesting social media responses. I'm like, you're in Southern California and you couldn't find something.
No, they should. I don't know why they haven't gotten like.
Because they're kids. I think what it is, if they're like animated kids, you can't hire a kid to do this because there's certain work laws about that, labor laws. If they're like the character is an adult, if the character is not a mythological being the way the character from Moana is, maybe there's like just different. But it's also just weird.
I was like, I'm sure you can find a big man with like literally any big man. Not any
because
big man,
but Gaston isn't showing his arms. He's he's wearing like a muscle suit, you know. So it's just kind of different.
I do think it is important to note that I had to underline this is the fact that like how Marvel has like Marvel's television, Marvel animation, Marvel studios, they have every different form now under Marvel umbrella. The same works for Disney, where they're like, oh, our security doesn't work for Disney, we hire those people from an outsource. So does the thing with our new actors. Some of them work for us full-time, but some are also just part-time. They're under different contracts, different labels, and I'm like, that involves another level of tier of confusion and a lot of other tiers of like, who do we point fingers at? Who gets the blame for this then?
Who wrote this line? Here's what Brandon wrote here. He says, since this is an entertainment show and not just a standard character meet and greet, it's also likely that these Deadpool and Wolverine actors are not full-time cast members, but rather contracted entertainers. But still, their scripts would be approved by Disney Parks Management, and there would always be someone from Parks Management monitoring each and every performance live, and that is absolutely true.
Yeah, there is someone always there. But are they monitoring the script? I thought they were just making sure that people
Hi,
are safe.
sound alerts.
There's also you're under watchful eyes everywhere in the Disney parks.
But someone having to approve that script.
Someone approved that script. The fact that we saw it multiple times, this was not an ad lib. This was a scripted line that was approved. So maybe the person who approved it didn't realize
How hard it was.
what exactly it was referencing. Some writer might have slipped in a fast one that's a particularly meta statement about what Disney's currently going through. So yeah, I think we just have to assume that this was approved.
Different people have different humor levels for sure, and I bet that person that approved it didn't think that that joke would hurt that much. But personally, I'm like, we immediately knew that was like not a good joke to do.
I was like,
I think it's common sense that that isn't a joke to do.
look,
I didn't know
Disney and
what
I
was
come
going
from
on.
Comedy.
That's
We
true.
met on a sketch team writing jokes all the time. We have these discussions all the time. Is this joke crossing a line? Who's hurt by this joke? And I think both, I don't know, I don't mean to speak for you, but I feel like it's rare that I've ever been like offended by a joke and demand
Yeah.
someone lose their job over it. That's not the way I look at humor. I don't like, I'm
I
not
agree.
easily triggered by jokes if they're
I
just
agree.
jokes. If people are like making death threats and that kind of thing,
That's not a joke.
I get pissed off about that. But like, if it's just people making jokes, I can separate my ability to say that I wouldn't have made that joke,
Yeah.
but also say like it is just a joke. Let's just relax.
This is a joke, but it was more so that I'm like, too soon.
Yeah.
And doesn't he make that joke? Doesn't he make it at the end saying, is that too soon? Or something?
Well, he said it wasn't too soon for the Splash Mountain
Splash
thing.
Mountain.
But like
This
Splash
is
Mountain
too
is
soon.
also like a pretty fraught thing among the Disney heads, and
Yeah.
Brandon could speak more to it than I could.
And that joke is mainly poking fun at the Disney heads that are mad about it changing.
Probably, yeah.
I was like, but this one, I was like, ooh, this is soon. Like, not that it wasn't soon. It happened in like 2023, but it's come to the public recently.
But let's also recognize that the joke was aimed at Disney. It wasn't
Yeah.
aimed at people suing Disney. It was taking their side, if anything. He was saying, like, isn't it crazy that Disney would say that your terms and conditions for Disney Plus control your life that much? Like, I think that's the aim of the joke. But I think a lot of people are just like, you're not allowed to make, it doesn't matter what the direction of the joke is. You're just not allowed to make light of this. But it's also like, that's what would drive me crazy. Because I also used to like review SNL for a site called Splitsider, which is now Vulture. And I would drive me crazy if people were like, you're not allowed to make light of this thing. And they would never even look at the subject of the joke. Like, if the joke was aimed at whoever the more powerful of the dispute is, I think it's okay to make that. I don't think it's too soon.
But I think
personally.
decoding the joke is like that Disney approved it is that Disney doesn't take it that seriously.
That I
That's
think is
where the-
worthy of discussion. Is that Disney is just like
That's another
okay,
discussion.
laughing about this, and they're using Deadpool
And I'd
this
be like,
way
hey,
to try.
you're
to,
not allowed to joke about it.
Yeah.
If that actor improvised it, that's one thing. But Disney approving the joke, I'm like,
Yeah, if people online made this joke, then
Yeah.
that's obviously not too soon. But Disney making the joke and then like arguably profiting from it because they're saying how funny Deadpool is and how satirical he is part of the reason you should pay money to come
Yeah.
to the Disney parks. And so we ching from that.
honestly, it's
So-
just weird as hell. It's
That's,
weird as
I
hell.
think, yes.
It's weird as hell.
It's weird as hell. So let's just touch on the Disney drama of this all. And I think we have to say that we understand that there are multiple different, sometimes overlapping, but still differently sourced spheres of people who are disgruntled with Disney for whatever reason. Disney releases, Disney experiences. People are just like mad at Disney right now. One sphere is obviously the political and culture war sphere of it. You know, some people feel that Disney just has too much power to set the cultural agenda over our society, and they feel like, you know, the social values that they believe Disney is forcing into Disney-owned IP like Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, Disney Animation, Avatar, that's just like inappropriate for Disney to do that. They also feel like defensive from what they perceive are culture warriors trying to control how they think, or trying to cancel them, or trying to paint them with too broad of a brush. So they are now kind of in this I have to strike first mentality against these voices online because they all have big followings and they're all Disney shills and they're trying to control my life and my family's life, and they're trying to change the definition of what makes good TV and good movies. And so I have to strike first. So they always just feel like they're in a constant war with Disney and with anyone who likes Disney, even though most people who like Disney aren't really trying to stop the people who don't like Disney. They're just trying to like what they like. But
That's how it goes, though.
it's just where things are right now. Everyone thinks anyone who doesn't agree with them must be in a brainwashed cult.
This sounds like it's coming from a specific spot. Like,
Yeah.
this is well, you do get this a lot though.
Well, I think what I try to remind people, it's hard to make this case to people who are online because those are a lot of the people who watch our videos, is that the vast majority of people are not constantly in a war with anyone else
Yeah.
online. It's just people out there in this country are just living their lives.
just existing.
Just
existing.
existing. They're just out there playing video games, or in
Yeah.
line at Chipotle, or just picking up their kids from school, or just at a bar trivia night. And that's what our world is audiences right now. It's not people who are with you on Twitter or Discord yelling about shit.
I'm not beefing. I'm not beefing on this.
Yes.
I'm not gonna. I would rather go exist. I'd rather just go exist than get mad at people that like things that I don't like.
Yes.
That's crazy as hell.
But that's also probably a foolish Don Quixote argument for me to make, because I think realistically I'm making it to a choir right now who's watching this content being like, well, I am online and I do have opinions about these things and I want you to pick a side.
But we also do that. We watch things online and we also have opinions, and I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna go. I'm trying to think of Jenny Nicholson and be like, hey, you choose a side.
But I think Jenny Nicholson is a good example of an additional sphere that might have some overlap, but it's just a completely different sphere of people who feel that that it's just an economical argument. You know, they're generally okay with Disney's values, whatever, but they're really just trying to keep the company in a responsible place. You know, that they say that the company is that their products are too expensive, that Disney's irresponsible with their budgets, that they're cheap, that they're cutting corners, that they're taking advantage of various market forces for profit, that they're generally ripping off consumers with products that are marketed as these, you know, once in a lifetime
lightsabers have doubled in fucking
price.
price.
Have a bad childhood if they don't go to a Disney park at some point.
Doubled in fucking price.
In reality,
ever
when
since
they
got bought out.
These parks are just like not great experiences. That they have a bad experience, or they actively hurt society in various ways. People have argued. Jenny Nicholson's amazing Star Wars hotel review is a good example of this. I think Jenny would say that, you know, in these times of inflation and economic hardship, where we're just trying to exist in this world, that it's okay for people to look at a company like Disney and be like, this is a very, very, very popular company, a very powerful company, a very profitable brand that for our entire lives has made that money off of promising the broad American public and the whole world happiness and escape.
Buying happiness, buying a fantasy.
And they're a publicly traded company that enjoys a lot of tax benefits for all kinds of things that they're involved in, and that with that power comes responsibility to deliver on those promises. In the same way that we aim our sights at social media companies like Meta or Google. Google involved in an antitrust lawsuit right now. Meta involved in all kinds of antitrust scorn and criticism. That as a broader society, we should ask for more and expect more from these companies. And I think that's a very fair and rational point of view to
100%,
have.
I agree.
So I think that's why people, when they hear headlines that like Robert Downey Jr. is getting paid $95 million to appear in 2.5 movies, get a little angsty about that. But I think that's where I talk about the overlap. I think a lot of people in the first sphere use the talking points of the second sphere to make their arguments in ways that are just a little too granular or a little just like unnecessary, when really they're using that to mask their deeper beliefs that sometimes are a little harder to talk about publicly because you look like an asshole if you do.
That's true.
So I think what this all comes down to is there are also people that, you know, just want to be able to talk about like their displeasure or their dislike of movies or TV shows or a bad experience at a Disney park, and don't want a bunch of people yelling at them in their replies, trying to categorize them as something that they're not. And they get kind of annoyed with just social media right now and society right now for just being so charged and so polarized, and everyone just being so desperate to win arguments and get a bunch of likes and retweets. And really what I think what they're mad about is just social media for social media-ing rather than any one side. But ultimately this one incident is a independent legal dispute, and I think it's just being used as an example in these broader debates in all these different spheres.
100%, I agree with that.
Yeah. So this is just, we just wanted to say all that, and I could go into more about, you know, recently I made a video about the Acolyte that I foolishly thought would educate people on all sides of this controversy, and I just feel stupid for making that video because I thought I could contribute something that might, you know, give people second thoughts about their own biases.
I don't think that's
and
wrong.
all it did, I think, is just like force people into their corners. I don't regret making the video because I think I brought up some important points, and I think over time, you know, whatever, but it is, I believe, I think some of the most anger I've ever gotten for a video was just over this, but really, I think it's still a video worth watching just because the fact of the matter is, if you didn't like The Acolyte, it's okay to have just not liked the writing of the show.
Yeah.
But there are also very real racist things and sexist things and homophobic things that were said about the show on the internet. And I'm not saying that everyone who disliked The Acolyte is one of those people, but those people who did say those things and did hurl some awful things at Leslie Headland and Amanda Listenberg, and we can't pretend that those things weren't said, and that wasn't part of what happened here. But ultimately, my point in the video is that part of the debate was not why The Acolyte got canceled. That The Acolyte got canceled because it had low viewership, that it cost way too much to make, and that Star Wars and Lucasfilm did not know what they wanted to make with this show. That they wanted to make, originally was pitched to be an Asajj Ventress spinoff, and they're like, what if we did it as a High Republic thing? And Kathleen Kennedy didn't even know what the High Republic was at the time, and neither did Leslie Headland, but they ended up kind of like making a show about it before they even knew what fans liked about the High Republic, and that kind of marketing confusion ended up allowing people to fill that void with all kinds of talking points.
I was like, since that was open, the ether, everyone just started being like, it was this, just because it was open.
This was the agenda.
Yeah.
No, this is the agenda. No, you're saying that I think that's what the agenda is, and it's not what I'm saying. And it's just like such a shame.
I say it again, and I say it all the time on Sneak
Rude.
Peek, where I'm like, I'm not
What's up?
categorizing every
Hello.
fan's audience, but I will say, like, this is also what brings me to fear when talking about Star Wars things.
Yeah.
I'm
Hi,
like,
hi.
I
Sorry,
understand being passionate
taking a little
about fan
break
base,
here.
But even like us, just
Dinner
existing
break.
and writing something like
Or
this,
dessert
and I'm
break?
like,
I finished
we're
dessert.
only getting bashed in our inbox right now. You have to scream at us your opinion about it, and you can still have an opinion about it. You just don't have to scream at me.
How's your
So we have to
weekend?
ask, is
How's everything?
Deadpool the only person who can speak to this insanity? Is Disney currently using Deadpool as kind of their core
What game am I
monster?
playing? Right now, playing some Black Myth Wukong. Trying to defeat this yellow long guy's a side boss, but I'm having a hard time, so I'm actually gonna fight him. Good? No work tomorrow? Hey, me too. I'm off. That's why I'm chilling and probably gonna try and stay up as late as I can. I did have a nap, so hopefully I'll survive. But right now, yeah, just trying to finish up this video real quick and then get back into the game. Might hop on later and try that game. Oh, which one? The chained one? Wait, which one was that?
Hey, you!
I think I gotta go buy it.
I want you!
Are you talking about the scary game or the chain one? The chain something? Oh, okay.
Sort of cylindrical body. Sort of
Chained together?
cylindrical body.
Oh, it's in my library. I did get it.
Oh,
Okay.
poor
Let me
lost
install it.
souls.
Oh, I got
Do
1
you
minute
want to
before
escape the flames?
Hi,
of hell?
Ruan 3XP.
How fortunate. For I was going
But yeah, let me know when you're ready. I can hop in with you. I don't mind
I want to say he's a
playing
cheese,
it.
so he has a wide.
playing with ya. Do I have it installed? Oh, I do have it installed.
Not
Uh-huh.
that? Really?
Cool.
Like this?
But yeah, let me know.
Because that's the way historically the reason kings have had jesters.
I don't
is you
mind,
bring the jester
taking a break
into
from
court
it.
And he kind of makes fun of everybody, including the king and all of his drama, and that lets the other people who
Do you have
might
Discord,
fight
or
against
I don't know if
king
the game has
to bring the
in-game
king
chat,
down, or just the people,
or if
who
you have
has,
Discord,
overthrown
chat
the
in
king,
Discord,
feel like, oh, the king has a
you know,
sense of
talk it
humor.
through.
If he can laugh at himself, then I'm not going to try to cut his head off.
The Jeff Ross.
So we have some kind of communication without falling. You know.
Is that kind of what Disney's doing with Deadpool effectively, as like a public jester who makes them look more aware of the
Logically,
drama.
it's sound. It doesn't. On paper, it shouldn't have that many negatives, right? Because it does make them look like, oh, we're one of you guys. We get it. We're jokes. We got the hipness. He's making fun of us too. Like, so it makes sense that they would be like, this is our clown, and we're gonna use it, and it benefits both of us, him and ourselves. It makes sense. It makes sense that he is now the court jester. But when shit like this happens,
Does he have a nose?
Because it's not just Deadpool. They did have She-Hulk, and they had the Kevin robot also kind of make fun of Marvel Studios.
Oh, I meant like,
decisions.
I meant Disneyland Park. Because I was imagining.
Yeah, because Deadpool's also doing it in the movies, right? Like in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, he referenced how like Wolverine was coming into the MCU at a low point. They referenced, "Do you want to build a snowman from Frozen?" He's like, "I'd like to, but I can't." They mentioned a joke, which the pegging joke, which was like the first time in a Disney movie. And there's like a couple of other things, like they talk about why would Disney bought Fox in the opening thing. So that's like they're clearly making fun of themselves in different ways. I believe I'm trying to remember like the history.
Yeah, you have Discord. Okay.
But like back in older or during like the early '90s, didn't Disney like Genie kind of made fun of or would reference
My Discord link works.
And that was Robin Williams improvising in a lot of cases. Like, didn't he? Like,
Chat in there when you're
I don't know
ready.
if he was in the movie, but I know in the series, didn't he? Didn't he like make jokes? I mean, there are so many different versions of Aladdin that I'm sure Genie has made a reference that's like, oh, look at me, I'm Bob Iger. Did he ever?
Well, it wouldn't have been Iger, it would have been Katzenberg, right? But I think like there were instances where Robin Williams improvised jokes at like that kind of made fun of. Fun history about Robin Williams. He said that he had like an agreement with Katzenberg and with Disney Studios that he would do this movie. He would voice Aladdin in Disney if they never turned him into a toy, because he did not want to be like turned into a profit machine. And Katzenberg is like, yeah, and then absolutely turn him into a toy.
I was about to say, I haven't seen a Genie toy.
Oh, I had a Genie toy. I had Genie as the butler. My sister got me that for Christmas when I was 5 years old.
They stomped on Ron Williams. They said, sure.
And
Here's all the millions of different character bits you did on the movie.
Yep.
Damn.
So I ultimately think if Disney wants to do some like control of the narrative, and try to win people over and let people know that they understand how much power they have, I think using Deadpool as a jester is not gonna work. I don't think it's enough. If anything, it's just going to make people mad at Deadpool in these instances.
I think a lot of people are more mad at Deadpool for saying it. I think this video is nice to know, like, no, the jokes still have to be approved by Disney, and there's different tiers to how it works. It's not that man in the costume just getting on a mic and making jokes, doing a type 5 real quick.
The only way Disney will succeed here is just by doing what it is good at historically, which is making good movies and TV shows. Which is creating valuable parks experiences, and take some criticism of your movies and of your parks experiences and address them and make a more valuable parks experience that's worth the insanely costly entrance fee. Like, don't be cheap about it. Like this bullshit about like how everything has to go through an app when you go through these parks. Like, can we get back to an app-free experience?
Okay, add me now.
Does it require me to have my phone fully charged when I enter these parks? For the love of God.
I'm not even trying to be an asshole, but like, why did they do that? Why did they go? Like, I get it that it costs like $200 to get in to get a ticket, but I'm also like, yeah, people also don't.
Almost
have
had
really
16
great phones.
hours
Also,
of
phones
material.
die.
Holy
and also,
shit.
I'm not giving my child a phone. What are you guys doing? Or not giving my child my phone to go like scan their ticket to go do things.
I want to be able to, if it's an escapist experience, I don't want to have my head buried in an iPhone screen the whole time.
My phone dies within 10 minutes. My brother doesn't even have a phone. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I'm like, I can't do this. I'm poor. I snuck in here under the gates with the cats that they released in the 1960s. Do you know? I don't think that's a real story, but that's what they say that the cats at Disneyland
Because
are.
they ate all the pets.
Yeah,
they ate all
ate
the rats.
I don't think it's true. I think it's a myth.
Isn't that like an old wives' tale? Like they release the cats to eat.
And the hair, well, sorta. I almost got it, but hey, not bad, right? Yeah, let's go. Okay, let me erase this. Wait, I'm gonna actually save this. I'm gonna put draw character from chat. This is the first time we did this, guys. I might make this a regular, maybe. Draw character from chat. This is game 1. All right. Yeah, let's go. Not bad at all. Okay. All right. Let's do like 2 more, because this is helping me not fall asleep, guys. Definitely not helping me not fall asleep. Screw the commission. Let's go do other things. Okay. Next one. Europa.
Eat the rats, they release dogs to eat the cats, they release gorillas to
Wasn't
eat the
that
cats.
that was the I almost said Peter Pettigrew, the Pied Piper. He did that basically. He was
The Pied
he
Piper
lured
blew
the
his
children.
pipe.
Didn't he lure the children?
And then he lured the children to die, because they didn't pay the piper, and so he would lure the rats out of the town, and then he's like, fine, I'm gonna change the tune, and I'm gonna take your kids.
Well, I'm stealing your kids tonight. So what do you guys want?
That's what happened.
Are you guys gonna pay me or what?
Yeah.
Damn.
Make good movies, make good TV shows, stop doing bullshit movies and TV shows, and make great parks experiences. Like, you know, maybe Disney, you should invest in like a really cool Avengers ride at Avengers Campus. And
Yeah,
not something that looks
Avengers
like
ride.
Like
It's too big to take down at this point. They can only
it's not
add
too big. Just
It is
build on top of
huge.
it. It looks like a bunch of ugly gray garages that you have like Spider-Man and Deadpool hopping around in front of. But why not make like Radiator Springs looks awesome. It's fun to walk around Radiator Springs and look around. You should just make it a cool place to visit.
The Guardians ride is technically still Marvel Avengers Campus.
It is, but they just redecorated Tower of Terror into what is a really fun experience to walk through that queue. I love walking through the Collector's Vault. That is cool. That's a good idea. Why not turn all of the park into one of the sets from the film? Like Nowhere from Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a cool location, a giant skull. Or like Wakanda, the coolest setting that the MCU has ever dreamt up. Or the TVA, or Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum. Like, make these places that are visible in
They
these
have the
movies and make them
Sanctorum.
visible in real life.
They have the doorway.
They have the doorway, but then some weird outdoor place with benches.
Yeah,
Doctor
with normal
Strange-
flowers outside too. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, and then you can go into Pim Kitchen, which has there's no Pim
Pim
Kitchen.
Test Kitchen sucks.
Pim Test Kitchen does suck. I'll give you that. I'll
Sucks.
give you that.
But they have, but the Doctor Strange area looks cool at night. The way they light it up, that looks cool. But during the daytime, it's just like whatever.
It's just like,
another
oh,
area
there's
of
a little
benches.
gold door. Oh, yeah, and people do just sit there to eat.
Yeah. Why not make like? I know it would cost billions of dollars to build the TVA, but it's just Avengers Campus is a boring location.
Yeah, they made Star Wars look really good, and then they just compared to Marvel's Avengers Campus.
What they should do is like a New York Street. Like they've already done that at Universal, and they had like the back. No, imagine a New York Street that's like in the midst of the Battle of New York, which is like an iconic battle and event in Avengers history. They keep revisiting it and everything. Make it like a New York Street, and then that makes sense to have the Avengers all jumping around there. And then it can be like, it's not that hard to build like a New York Street. They have it.
They
at
already
every
have like
theme
the
park.
Hollywood part. They can just take away that street and just.
But I guess it doesn't fit with California Adventure. But you
That
need
is
to
true.
have a
That is
West
true.
Coast
That's why
Adventure
they're
to have
never.
LA.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna do that New York Street. They're like they are so adamant about it being California.
Yeah.
They're like, this is California.
Well, that's why they need a West Coast Avengers, and it can be in LA or it can be.
It's just San Francisco.
Or just San Francisco. San Francisco's picturesque, but there's like, what do you just have Shang-Chi?
And also, right next door is
Ant-Man.
San Fran, Tokyo.
Yeah. So there's ways to do it. It's just like it'll cost billions of dollars in several years, and they won't do it, and they don't. I don't know. They don't have the real estate for it.
They said just be happy with what you got at Pim Test Kitchen. Don't you want a
No.
giant pretzel and want to look at it go around the room like 400 times?
What's your recommendation if you do go to California Adventure? Mine is Pacific Wharf. I love the food options at Pacific Wharf. I love that you can get a beer and just sit there and hang out and people
Is
watch.
that where the lamplight is?
Lamplight is not far away. Lamplight Lounge is a Pixar restaurant that's right by the Incredicoaster and Pixar Pier, and I like that area too. It's just like Lamplight Lounge is like you have to get reservations
So
and stuff
fun.
like that. You gotta wait.
I love San Fran, Tokyo, because I also just love birria tacos, and they have those there. It's a new little park too, so it looks a little upgraded than everything else. But I always
Adventure side, not
I always have to
that
listen to the store to
much
see what new thing
stuff
they have.
except
I
for the
bought
coaster, and that's it.
I bought the prune stick. I bought Doctor Strange's cape. I will say
You bought the
those
pruning
capes are made
stick?
for children.
What?
It does not fit around my neck. My adult size neck. Don't look at my neck. But it doesn't fit around it that well, so I have to like pin it together. But it's a very nice cape.
Do you think Disney parks will ever lower their ticket costs, or are we just in a
No.
post-inflation
Dude, they're just gonna get.
reality?
It's gonna
Just
keep
gonna
getting.
I remember going to the Little
I
Mermaid ride.
that
Oh my
on
god,
ago,
that
and
was
I think
regrets.
It was $179.
But it was the only ride open, and it was like
This is
closing
On top
pretty
of,
soon. So I was like,
working
fuck it,
Golden
why
in the
not?
area, you have to,
Exactly, I'm like,
Oh
fly
my
there, you have to
god.
stay at a hotel.
Every
How long
single
ago was that?
Kids.
There are people from
2018?
California that go
Oh
there,
god,
but
that was
there's
so
more
long ago.
families that are flying there making an event out of it. And I'm like, if
Damn,
the tickets are, the child
2018?
ticket is $10 difference. It's like $150.
And look, if you want to charge that, again, I think we can all agree that that's probably pretty steep, but then just make it worth their while.
Make it worth it, and it's not right now.
It used to be. I remember a time. There was a time in the 90s where you
can't
could get
imagine.
Fast Pass that just printed out, and you could hit up every big ride in a single day if you were smart about
The
it.
crazy thing is, because I went to Disneyland the first time at 22 years old, which was not that long ago. I can't even imagine the idea of that existing. I'm like, oh no, it's always been around like $150 a ticket, and I have to get on only 2 rides.
Yeah,
That's-
and the rides were simple enough that they weren't always shut down due to like technical issues.
Damn,
There was a time,
there was a time.
and it exists in our minds. Maybe millennials are the last generation to truly have like a great Disney experience.
I will say, I went to Universal
Wow,
recently.
yeah.
This is not a ad for Universal. I went to Universal recently, and I splurged on their version of what the advanced tickets were, the Genie passes, and I got on every single ride at Universal. I did every single ride in one day.
Wow.
Even at the Hogwarts area.
I did Hogwarts twice. It was
good.
it's a little it's very pricey, I will say that, but me and my brother were like, we can do it just this one time, and we did it. I did every single ride, and I was like, if you offered kind of that situation at Disneyland, it would make this experience better, but they're not doing
But Disney won't do it because they don't need to, because people are still
They're
having record
spending
attendance at parks.
record attendance at $179 a ticket.
Deadpool, feel free to
Holy
make
shit,
as many
100
jokes about that as
Damn.
Yeah, why aren't you making jokes about the ticket prices?
you. Yeah,
Why
he's
aren't you
coming
making
up.
about the ticket prices?
It's going to be on next week's lineup,
yeah, that
I
is
think.
next week. And I will laugh. I will cackle while I'm
Once,
sitting in the front.
once again, we have gotten to another episode of the Sneak Peek that we don't have time to talk about what we're watching. But you know what? We're going to have to start bringing that conversation over into the break room.
Yeah, and people love. It's funny on the break room when people are like, "Oh, what are you guys watching?" They're like, "Do the spin, do the spin,
Do the spin.
Which
Hey,
Spider-Man, do the spin, do the spin. Which you guys, when we say do the spin to me, I don't do the spin. He does the spin.
I do the spin.
I don't need you looking at the back of my head.
There's a light back here.
And your legs are too long. Go back reverse.
Yeah, I need like, yeah.
No, we should have the break room, and it's also nice.
And I'm on the break room, guys. Go subscribe to the break room channel. I'm not just like a special guest. I'm gonna be there like multiple times a week now. So that's
special
like
host.
part of my job. A special host.
A special
Not as
host.
special as this host. Thanks, Jessica, for joining this difficult conversation.
It wasn't difficult. It was more so like we aired out a lot of. We vented, which we needed, but also I didn't know a lot of stuff about the Disney, how it works. I just assumed they hire these people, this is what happens, blah, 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 blah. And I'm glad to now know through you and Brandon that there's a script, it gets approved, and there's different layers.
Well, I'm glad to know from you, San Francisco in as a target in Disneyland.
I just like birria tacos, but sometimes don't get the birria ramen. It's a lot of salt, and you're at Disneyland, so you'll poop your pants.
Birria tacos, can we agree, is the best taco meat in a taco?
Oh,
Birria?
I love birria.
Stewed beef.
Oh my god, I love it
will
so much.
always
I'm
get it.
addicted to it. It's a problem. I have a really bad. I can't be around it. If you have it at parties, get it away from me. I have an addiction. Can't be cured though.
All right, comment down below. Oh God, why even encourage them to comment? They've already.
Go hang out. Go
Yeah.
watch the next video that's underneath this. That's for new rockstars.
Yep, and be sure to check out our nerdright.shop.
Sure,
There's
sure.
There's like a great Labor Day sale that's still in effect right now. We got this thing. It does not look like the thing that Jessica just talked about yesterday or 2 days ago in her video of the first thing, but I think it may look something more like this.
This is
after
the sexy.
VFX
This is
done.
the sexy version of
Look
the
at
thing.
those arms.
Why doesn't he wear? I know he's not wearing a shirt normally, but like, stop! You guys, this is a sexy thing.
This is a little too sexy for.
It truly is a sexy shirt. I love. No, it's perfect for you. Perfectly sexy.
But Jessica, you're wearing a shirt. that
I know.
is-
I was wearing this because I did that video, and I thought it was funny to be like, remember Petro Pascal?
Oh, there was a time. All right, everybody, take care of each other out there and have a great weekend. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. I like your tattoo.
Petro Pascal?
Oh, there was a time. All right, everybody, take care of each other out there and have a great weekend. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Wow, that's cool.
Nose to cheek is length. Nose to cheek is length. Man, I'm trying to decipher some of you guys. Now draw him an eggplant suit. An eggplant suit. Eggplant suit? Like eggplant like this? Is this the body? Like this? He said for BJ. He's too fat, but cute. So I should just transfer the body and everything. How much time do I have? I have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Eyes a little down. Okay, eyes a little down. Like that. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna transfer all of this over to the new body. Bigger eyes. Bigger eyes. 1 minute left.
God, I have so much.
Alright, as y'all can see
there.
by the title,
Oh, this is hard.
y'all are
Actually
struggling
really
with this
hard.
boss. I already
Bigger
know it. I'm level 82, and I was struggling
There
with
you
this
go.
boss.
Does
I'm
it
a
look better?
hand-to-hand, face-to-face combat type of guy. I really
Body.
don't like using cloud step like that at all. I like using a
Snout
rock.
is flatter.
But I have
Snout
this
is
right here. I'm gonna just show you everything I got before I get to the gameplay. So I have hold breath, I
Yeah.
have keen insight, and I have whistling wind. I'm not saying that's important, but some of them are. Get these up here, you know, get down, because you want to get this right here, and then you want to get this, so you can get that damage reduction. You don't need anything right here. You want to get crit hit chance, you want to get crit hit damage, and you want to get attack, right? So this is where you're gonna cheese the boss, right? Max all of this out. I don't have this one maxed. I only have 2, but you can max it out. Max all that out, and you want to focus on smash stance. Get all smash stance, all of that, right? You don't need pillar or thrust. Mobilize, get that. Cloud step, get that. Like I said, I'm trying to get to the point, but I have this one here. But so y'all gonna see the game. Y'all gonna see the gameplay. I'm about to skip to it.
What is up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great time. Once again, everybody, hit the like on the video. Definitely hit the bell notification.
Courage
Now, once
the
again,
cowardly dog. And then, you know what I like doing is like, I like looking at the actual and then trying to understand what he's talking about. So I can defend. Oh, I'm so bad! I'm the worst! Oh, it's so bad at this! Look at this! His spot has a wrong place! Look at this! Oh my goodness! I understand what you guys mean now. Because the hold is okay. What the heck? Oh my goodness.
I'm sure he does stay back.
With a giant no for real, can we make this into stick with a Musubi? What? Really? Wanna go make him holding carrying a giant Musubi? Oh, this is a tough one. This was a tough one. So the spot's supposed to be actually down here. You know what? I'm gonna do some bloody marks. So you
Huh.
They're scared of each other. They're like, what the heck is happening? Ah,
Are you serious?
here. Okay, I'll do one
Fuck.
more. I'll do one more. I think Suzumi wanted this as a sticker with a giant musubi.
Let me try that. Let me try that. Let me.
I'll do one more. Okay. And then name a character, and then I'll look at the list.
Why? 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 Fuck is right there. Why? I could have frozen. I could have done something else. I could have. Why? Fuck.
Yes, we can flex. Like.
It should have been done already. It should have been fucking done. Hello? Cheater. You fucking cheater. I hate this fucking move. Fuck you.
1 minute and 30 seconds left. Oh my gosh, Johnny Bravo. I'm so sorry, Johnny Bravo. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna. I don't think it's
Most cheating fucking move in the fucking game. Fuck you. Shut up, phone. Fuck you. No part 2, please.
Our sire's head was hung when he defied the celestial court. We dreaded the Jade Emperor's wrath and pleaded with Master Yuan to help us abscond from our waters. But he warned us we might hide for a time, but not forever. In the end, someone will come to claim our lives. He had more to say. Sires to sons, we are destined to die for the righteous cause. I trust him, yet I won't obey. May your path not once more be a mere thread in their grand design.
Brothers have been claimed. If not now, when will you reunite? Destiny repeats itself, always. Why not cast the die once more?
Give me your fucking weapon, bitch! Ah, fuck, that feels so good. One of these chances of obtaining materials from defeated enemies. Oh, hell yeah. Ah, I need the money. I need the money now. Fuck.
Redemption per stream. Limit redemption per user per stream. 1. There you go. 3-8. There you go. I added it. There's another redemption called gonna now for context, we're not trying the movie Sonic, right? I hope we're trying the cartoon Sonic. No human teeth. Yes. Right? So we're gonna draw Sonic. One more time. So let's do this. 10 minutes. Here we go. 10 minutes starts now. Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm gonna draw him from memory. You guys can help me if I'm wrong. So this will be kind of easy, you know. So Sonic like this, and I know he has an eyeball like that. See? I'm gonna have it right. He has this. He has a nose like that. I'm not making it fun because I know he looks like two big blue eyes connected in the middle. Yes. Did I nail it? So far, so good. And then his body looks like this, right? His gloves.
Of course, all these videos now. Don't need all that.
And he has these shoes, right? No legs. No. What? Long legs. Yeah, chubby little body. No, like no legs. Wait, how's he running? And then he has this thing. This is the part I'm not doing. One. Does he have three? 1, 2, 3. Look, I nailed it. We done. We done.
Pinky.
No, just kidding. You guys can
Oh my God.
tell me
Hey!
to fix anything if something doesn't
Stop
look
it.
right.
Oh my lord. Sorry, guys. Pinky. Pinky, stop. Come here.
Like, too easy for him. This time you have to color.
Let me-
This time
let
I
me tell
gotta
my
color
story.
him. 3 back head spikes.
Now she's in here.
Oh, back of the head?
Work. Good
Oh,
luck.
okay,
Have
not in the
fun.
body.
Thank you
This is
so
the body.
much.
1,
Thank you.
2, 3.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow. Please don't blow up.
Ears. Ears. He has ears?
There my body goes.
Same trap as everyone who thought Sonic from memory. Ears. So little cat ears. Like, oh, cat ears. Really? Did I forget cat ears? Like this?
What did I think there was someplace to go over here? What the fuck? I'm crazy.
What secrets did Master Pig whisper to you just now? I've let go of our blood feud, but he still holds so much hostility.
Hostility.
My brother's minions are everywhere. Stay close to me, kind monkey. Brother and I used to play around there. The Valiant Six had their ways of amusing us. What fun we had together. I'll get through this hole, and you can pass by that crack ahead. My paws beat your feet. My brother's Samadhi fire has obstructed all paths uphill. To quench it, Mother's Punch and Fan is a must. But she'd never... Come with me!
Oh, God.
should be there, but she'd never give you the fan to be used against her precious son.
Pushing me? Ah, am I really going down? Oh, you bitch. Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Got it! Quite nearby. There is a deity we can turn to. One said to be Mother's old friend. If we could persuade him to come along, maybe he could talk Mother into giving us the fan. I'll go find him. Be careful out here.
Ah. Ah. Wait, I can step on that? You go down there? Oh boy.
Look! Monkey! There!